Bleeding brakes on a motorbike can seem like a pretty sketchy job to do because brakes are the only thing that are going to pull you up when you need to stop. I'm going to show you how you can easily bleed the brakes on your bike from the comfort of your own home, and I'm going to demonstrate on my Harley Davidson Sportster. So let's jump into it. Welcome to the Whiskey Throttle Club. So to get this one done, you are going to need a couple of things. The main important one is your brake fluid, and I'll show you a little tip on how you can see what brake fluid your bike's going to need. Also, to make things easier, you're going to need a brake bleeder kit, which you can pick up from your local automotive store. You're going to need a shifter to fit over the nipple on your brake caliper, and you're also going to need a rag for cleaning up. Now, there's a couple of ways you can check what brake fluid your motorbike actually is going to need. You can either throw it into Google, ChatGPT, or on the Harley Davidsons, it will actually say on the reservoir caps what dot brake fluid you need. And my Sportster here, I need .4. So the first thing you're going to have to do is locate the brake fluid nipple on your caliper. So on the Harleys, mine is right here. With your brake bleeding kit, what you want to do is slide a bit of the hose over that nipple. Make sure that it's on there nice and tight so no air is getting back into that line. And because I'm doing the rear brake, I'm going to find the rear brake reservoir, and I'm going to take this cover off just so I can see a bit better and loosen this cap off. Now, whenever I'm not putting brake fluid into the reservoir, I'm just going to leave the cap sitting on there, not done up, but that's just going to stop anything from falling in. So now that you've got everything set up, you can actually start bleeding your brakes. And the technique to this is pretty much the same whether you're doing your front brake or your rear brake. You're going to be pumping your brake a couple of times and holding that pressure down or in if you're using your hand. And then while you've done that, you're going to be cracking open that nipple on your brake caliper to let all the fluid come through. You'll see bubbles coming through, and essentially that's what we're getting rid of. We're getting rid of all the bubbles in the line. And then you tighten that back up. You can take your foot off or take your hand off, give it a couple more pumps, hold it, crack it open, crack it closed. And you keep doing that process until no air bubbles are coming through, which you'll see if you've got a clear tube going from that nipple. Now, you want to make sure that your reservoir is topped up at all times as well, because if that runs dry, you're just going to start sucking air through, and that's essentially what we're trying to get rid of. Obviously, this is easier with another person, but I don't have another person to give me a hand at the moment, so I'm just going to try and lean over the bike and do it myself. Let's go. So what I'm doing on this other side, couple of pumps, cracking that reservoir open like that, tightening it back up and taking my foot off. Couple more pumps, cracking it open and tightening it back up, taking my foot off. Now back over this side, I'm just going to double check because that fluid is getting low, and because I have my bike on an angle, it'll be showing that there's more in there than what there actually is. So a bit more in. Now, as you can see, there's no bubbles in that line at all. So that means that the rear brake is fully bled. So you can now take your hose off and give the nipple here just a nice little firm tighten and put your cap back on. Now that you've bled your rear brake and you've done up that nipple, there's only one last thing you need to do, and that's to fill the reservoir back up to the full line. For that, you need your bike sitting level just so you can get an accurate reading by using a front wheel chock or something like that. Now, if you don't have one at home, check out this video here on how you can make one. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.